This is the last devotion I'm going to write on Philippians 1 verse 7, I promise. But for the last 3 days, we've talked about Paul's statement to the Philippian church. He wrote, "So it is right that I should feel as I do about all of you, for you have a special place in my heart. You share with me the special favor of God, both in my imprisonment and in defending and confirming the truth of the good news." We've been concentrating on that phrase, "you share with me." That means we jointly partake in this together. Paul mentioned 5 things that they shared in common: the same heart, the special favor of God, Paul's imprisonment, and defending the faith. And then 5th, they share in confirming the truth of the good news. So today I want to focus on that 5th and last thing that we share together. Paul said, "You share with me in confirming the truth of the good news." The word confirming in the Greek language has a specific meaning. It means to ratify or to establish. It implies that we validate the gospel as something that is sure and true. The writer of Hebrews uses the same word to talk about an oath somebody takes in order to confirm that the statement they're making is true. He says in the book of Hebrews, the oath confirms what is said and puts an end to all argument. These 2 instances are the only places in the New Testament where this particular Greek word is used. So how did the Philippian people and how do we confirm the truth of the good news or the gospel of Jesus? Well, the Apostle John helps us with this. He writes in 1 John 3:14, "If we love our Christian brothers and sisters, it proves that we have passed from death to life." John says this is how we know Christianity is true and that we're real. The word to know means to be made aware of or to see or to remember. It's a way to see with our physical eyes. In essence, is what we say is to see it is to believe it. Obviously, then, one of the ways that we can confirm or validate the good news of the gospel is by the way we love other people and treat other people. The way I treat my Christian brother is a validation of what I profess to be true and that Christianity is indeed real and real in my life. Jesus himself said the same thing. And this same John wrote the same thing in another gospel. In the Gospel of John, chapter 13, verse 35, he says, "By this, all men will know that you're my disciples." How? If you love one another. John again addressed the same issue later in his little epistle of 1 John, chapter 5, verse 2. He says, "This is how we know that we love the children of God, by loving God and carrying out his commandments." The point of all of this is that our lives, the way we love other people, how well we follow the teachings and the commands of Christ, validate the Christian method. Guys, it's not what we know, it's not what we teach, it's not what we read or what we sing. It's how we live. Our lives are a validation of the truth of the gospel. So let me ask you, how well does your life validate the message of Christ? Is your life a contradiction or a validation of the Christian faith? When put under examination, does our walk match our talk? Do we possess what we profess? Do we walk what we talk? Do we live what we preach? Stop today and ask God to help you flesh out the truth in your life. James says, don't just listen to God's word. You must do what it says. Otherwise, you're only fooling yourself. Here's a great thought for today. I want my life to be evidence of the truth of Christ. Here's a prayer to pray today. God, help me to live out what I believe. Help me to be the Bible other people read. God bless you.